So do us all a favor this holiday season, okay? And get your techie what he really wants this holiday season, okay? Because we already got enough freaking underwears. Merry Christmas and happy holidays to all you boys and girls out there. It's me, Mighty Albert. We are going to go over the best deals this holiday season in 2021 to gift that special techie in your life. I'm talking about the husbands. I'm talking about the wives. You, whatever it may be. I don't want to leave any one of you guys out there, but all you tech lovers, you're going to love what's on this list. We're going to go over Black Friday deals. We're going to go over gadgets and devices that I think you need for your setup or for your console. And let's just not waste any time because I'm so pumped to share this year's deals with you guys. And I'm going to show you a couple gadgets that I myself have had experiences with, and you're gonna like them. All right, guys, so you know me, I don't like wasting any time. There's no BS on this channel, okay? We're gonna just dive right into the deals. So right now, what we have right here before us is Walmart's Black Friday flyer, okay? And as you can see, they're pushing the, the PlayStation 5 and the Xbox Series X. Pretty sure that's only going to be an online thing, so good luck to you and Godspeed. I hope you get one. If you do manage to snag one of these consoles, you got a lot of games to choose from, and including the Nintendo Switch, really. Check this out. So what I want you guys to see is we're going to just go right to the $25 deal. We got Back 4 Blood on the PS4, and you got Deathloop for $25 on the PS5. That's pretty freaking awesome. You got for $20 that stands out to me is Resident Evil Village, Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I'll tell you what, here's my copy right here, and like I haven't even opened this. I mean, I opened it for this video. Oh wait, no, don't see my code. Don't look at my freaking code, okay? It's my code. But yeah, I mean, I've heard nothing but fabulous things about this game. A buddy of mine swears by it. So I recommend getting Assassin's Creed Valhalla for the PS5 for $20, and I believe that's also for Xbox as well. It's not just, they're just pushing that one out there, but it's also for Xbox as well. I would be surprised if they did that. I'm gonna show you for $14, you got Watch Dogs Legion for $15 for the Series X. Like, are you kidding me? That's insane. And again, I'm sure it's for the PS5 too. Monster Hunter Rise for $25 on the Nintendo Switch. I would jump on that because Nintendo never drops their IPs that low, which may be a sign that Monster Hunters could be coming to a different system. Speculation is pointing towards more of the PC side of things, but grab that game for $25 if you're into that type of over-the-top combat, little skinny dudes carrying these swords that are 16 times their size and you just swing them around. It's a really cool game. Not necessarily for me, but I've heard people who like that type of game are really enjoying this game. Now, they're advertising Call of Duty Vanguard. I don't think it's going to be on sale. Personally, I don't recommend you get this game. I've heard that it's been very buggy. It's just, it's another Call of Duty game, really. But back to the deals, because the new Madden, I mean, if you're a Madden fan, for $26, how could you go wrong? Far Cry 6, it literally just came out last month. You got it right here for 35 freaking bucks. You got Paper Mario. I have it myself. This game has so much freaking content. 35 bucks. How could you go wrong? Again, another Nintendo Switch IP. I think you guys need to jump on that if you're into that turn-based RPG. Really cartoony, beautiful graphics, beautiful artwork. I love that game. Splatoon 2, another amazing game. If you're curious about what Splatoon 3 is going to be like, grab Splatoon 2 for 35 bucks. You can't go wrong. So now check this out. At $40, the ones that stand out to me the most are Mario Maker 2 and The Legend of Zelda Link's Awakening Remaster. But this is the stuff I want to talk to you about. We're just going to go over here. Check that out. Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, $50. $50 for a $70 game. That's a snag. That price to me is worth it because I loved that game, but I felt like there was not enough content to justify the $70, but it's a beautiful game, amazing story, amazing gameplay. For $50, you can't go wrong. And Miles Morales, why I think the Miles Morales one is a really good deal right now is because that's the Ultimate Edition. And the Ultimate Edition has a remastered version of the previous Spider-Man that was released for the PS4. Remastered a little bit. I think they upped the frames a little bit on it, and they added the adaptive triggers and the haptic feedback. So for $50, you're getting 2 games. You're getting the original Spider-Man and you're getting Miles Morales. Jump on that right away. I would totally grab that game. All right, so moving on to Target. Now, Target, it's okay. Here, let me shrink my screen over here on the side so you guys can have a better look. So what I want to show you guys is they have this thing. It's the buy 2 get 1 free sale. It should be called the buy 2 get some games for free, because there's a lot of limitations to this deal. My friend and I, Derek, we freaking always go to Target for this deal. And let me tell you something, we always end up getting pissed off and leaving, because it's like, oh, okay, I'm gonna get these 2 games and I'm gonna get that one. And then the Target associate's like, no, not that game. Oh, no, not that game. Oh no, not that game. So basically, essentially what that really means is you can buy 2 games that are not a first party IP. So no Ratchet and Clank, no Spider-Man, no God of War, no first party games from like Sony or Nintendo or Microsoft. It has to be a third party IP. So you would have to get Guardians of the Galaxy, Far Cry 6, and then you could probably get like NBA 2K like it's showing here right on the screen, or Call of Duty Vanguard. But you know, that's pretty much the deals that you're gonna find at Target side. You might find a price drop for them trying to compete with Walmart's prices, because to me right now, Walmart is just killing it out there. As terms of the Black Friday sales for your gamer, Walmart is killing it. And there's something I really wanted to show you, because a lot of people always ask me, I want to get a computer for the holiday season for my loved ones, but you don't really understand what the specs are of a computer. So I'm going to kind of give you guys a little bit of a buying guide when it comes to a laptop. So over here at Best Buy, they're having a crazy sale. Like, these prices are insane for computers. Now, the first thing you need to ask yourself is why am I buying this laptop? Who is it for? Is it for myself? Is it for my gamer? Is it for my great aunt Gertrude, who just wants to go look at emails of her grandchildren and doesn't really want to do anything else, just to communicate, maybe do a couple Zoom calls? These are things you need to ask yourself. And when you go to an associate at Best Buy, they may be knowledgeable, but you got to remember there's a product that they're told that they need to push, that they need to sell more of. And it might not even be because they're getting a commission. It's just because that's what Best Buy wants to push because of the tag price. But I want to show you one in particular that I think is a really great deal, and that's the Lenovo IdeaPad 15.6 inches. So I'm going to click on this, and I'm going to explain to you what all this stuff means very, very slowly and try to be as thorough as possible. My recommendation is when it comes to a hard drive, when you see this right here, when you see SSD, what that stands for is a solid state drive. Another type of hard drive is called an HDD, which means there's moving parts within inside of the hard drive, meaning it's going to take longer for your things to load, and the more full that hard drive gets, the slower it becomes, because files get jumbled up and they get all lost in the sauce, and that little needle with a spinning disc on the side of it is looking for that data. With a solid state drive, everything is digital, so it knows exactly where it puts it, and you don't need to defragment these kind of hard drives. They always stay organized. So I would always go for a solid state drive, because the load times and the boot times are so much more faster than an HDD drive. When you're looking for a laptop, you're gonna wanna find an SSD, a solid state drive. Don't get anything else. A hard drive that is faster than an SSD is called an M.2 NVMe. In other words, it's super freaking fast, much faster than a solid state drive, but your wallet is gonna feel it. Let me tell you, they're freaking wicked fast. Another thing that I wanna recommend is the RAM. So when it comes to system memory, for this price, for $429.99, 12 gigs is amazing. You might get away with a little bit of light gaming on this type of laptop, because the ballpark is you kind of don't really want anything lower than 16 gigabytes nowadays, but 12 gigabytes, it might squeeze you in for some titles like Fortnite for sure. You're not going to be playing Halo Infinite on a laptop like this for sure, but you can play some Fortnite. You can play maybe some World of Warcraft, you know, not super AAA titles. You can get away with gaming on that. Another thing you need to look out for as well, and that's really important, is your CPU. Now, Intel is pretty good. I would recommend, if you can find it for a good price, go with a Ryzen CPU, but this is an Intel CPU and it's an i5 11th gen. So again, this is a pretty good CPU for this type of price. And this is gonna be more than enough than to send emails, to do Zoom calls, to do some light gaming on the side. Like I said, Fortnite, World of Warcraft, you can get away with League of Legends on this type of machine, and you're gonna get a pretty good bang for your buck. The only thing is that 256 gigabytes of solid state drive might be a little too low, but the good thing about going with a laptop like this is that you can add storage to it later on in the future, and it's very easy. There's plenty of tutorials online how to do it. Just pop the back open, slip in another hard drive, and boom, you're on away. Maybe that's something I can cover here on the channel on how to do it. So I want to show you this screen because this is, to me, is the most important, and this is where people get screwed 9 out of 10 times, is they see something that's $39.99. Now that is an appealing price tag, but look what you get for just $30 more. This has an Intel Core i3, which is a dinky rink CPU. This is what you would want to get for your great Aunt Gertrude who just wants to send emails. But like I said, for the 35 or the 33 buck difference, it's totally worth it to go with the one on the right. So look, like I said, this has an Intel Core i3. The competitor on the right has a much nicer CPU. It's an Intel Core i5 11th gen. And this doesn't even specify which generation of CPU it is, okay? That's where you want to look at. 8 gigabytes of RAM right here versus 12. So you're going to get 4 gigabytes of RAM more. Does that make a difference? Abso-freaking-lutely it makes a difference. 256 gigabytes of solid state drive. That's good. It's the same as the R right, but again, for 30 bucks more on the right, you're going to want to go with the one on the right. And this one has a little bit of a bigger screen, which to me, it's not really a deal breaker because the 15 inches on the one on the right is a comfortable size for all types of media. Now, you're probably asking, well, why don't I just get a Chromebook or go switch to Chromebook? You know, like you got that stupid ad that says switch to Chromebook. Now, I'm going to tell you why you don't want to switch to Chromebook, okay? So another question I get all the time is, well, why don't I just get a freaking Chromebook? They're dirt cheap. And I want to tell you something. If it's cheap, if it's $100, if it's $150, there's a freaking reason why it's so cheap. And let me tell you, you can't download like certain applications. There's a lot of applications actually you cannot download on a Chromebook for like, you can't download any of your favorite games. You can't, not that you would even be able to run any of your favorite games on it because you're getting 4 gigs of RAM. You're getting a 64 gigabyte. Just don't buy a Chromebook because they're not worth it. You're going to be replacing it next year. You're going to want to get something a little bit more powerful. And like I said, $399, the other competitor that we had, the Lenovo Windows computer, the specs and the quality of what you're going to be buying for this Samsung Galaxy Chromebook, it's like buying a PlayStation 2 versus a PlayStation 5. Just don't buy this. So rules to buying a laptop: don't get anything that's not a solid state drive or higher. Stick with a solid state drive to save yourself some money. 2, don't get anything less than 8 gigabytes of RAM. That is super freaking important, okay? And another thing is, do not buy a CPU that is not an Intel Core i5 processor or a Ryzen CPU 3000 series or higher, okay? Do not, because you will be wasting your money. You are going to be going to Geek Squad and they're just gonna wanna sell you some antivirus that isn't gonna do shit, and you're gonna be beat out of a laptop and you're not gonna have a good experience. One more important thing, because I could talk about this all freaking day, a Windows computer, you can fix it yourself. Remember that, you can fix it yourself. You get a MacBook Pro or you get a freaking Chromebook, you might as well just be sticking your freaking money into the furnace and freaking burning it, okay? Lastly, there's just a couple of things I want to mention to you guys. Just the kind of little gadgets and peripherals that you can buy for your console, you know, and also games that I recommend you buy your loved one. So check and see if they have it before you buy it, obviously, and get that game and sneak it into their stocking, sneak it under the tree or under the pillow or wherever the hell you put these things, okay? One of the things I recommend everybody get, here, I'm gonna show you. is one of these bad boys, okay? Now, what we have here is a Nexigo charging station or a docking station. It's a charging station that is really good for your controller. You just set it on here and you just drop it on here. Now, I do want to say that this brand, the Nexigo brand, I do not really recommend this one because it's actually really hard to set it down right where it charges. Like, you really have to play with it, and even if it sits down right, it doesn't charge all the time. It's kind of funky. Like, I'll think it's charging and I'll come back and it says my battery is still halfway depleted, and it'll still say that my battery is halfway depleted, and I thought it was charging. Are you freaking lying to me? So I'm gonna put a link in the description of a charging station or a docking station that I think you should buy for your PlayStation 5. And that leads me, oh, I don't forget you, Xbox. I don't forget you. Check it out. I got this too for my Xbox. Now, but this one is a really, really good charging station. This one is from Powerade, and this one only cost me like 20 bucks. Oh my God, is it dusty? God, holy crap. I'm gonna need to give you guys some TLC. This one's sweet. It just drops right in. You squeeze it up. If you don't want it charging, squeeze it down to charge it, and it charges. It sets on really nicely. It comes with these back plates for your controllers because it was like when I bought this thing, it came with 2 batteries in the charging station, and it came with a bunch of back covers. So obviously, Xbox, for whatever reason, doesn't like making rechargeable batteries with their new controllers. Come on, dude, it's 2021 for Christ's sake. But luckily, Powerade has our back, and you just slip in this rechargeable battery and they give you the new covers for the back. You click it on and you're good to go. You just charge it right on there, and it sits on there nice and tight. It doesn't really move, and it's beautiful. Like, just look at that. Look at that. And it's just like, it displays and it cradles your controller with the love and magnitude that you would love and cradle your controller. Also, something I recommend are these awesome Powerade controllers. They're freaking awesome. I did have a problem with one of them, and I think it was just the luck of the draw, because fortunately my replacement controller works a lot better. But these ones will run you 50 bucks versus the $79.99 that the first party Nintendo Switch controller will cost you. But this one does not have rumble. But this is a USB-C compatible controller that recharges pretty fast, and they're freaking cool, man. They're freaking cool. Powerade just did a really good job, and they got different types. They got Zelda, they got Mario, they got Pokemon, you name it. They have it. You just grab it off the shelf, and it's a good controller. Games I recommend. This one's on sale this holiday on that Walmart flyer for 35 bucks. If you don't have freaking Breath of the Wild by now, just go buy it. Like, what are you doing? I don't even know what to tell you. Just buy the game. There's so much content, and for 35 bucks. And if you want to include the family in your gaming addiction, not saying that, you know, that I do that or anything, but anyway, this game right here, Mario Party Superstars, not on sale, but definitely a holiday grab. I totally recommend this game. I love this game. It's got integrated online play, so if loved ones like cousins or nieces and nephews have this game and you want to play with them and they live in Wisconsin and you live in Bulgaria, well, guess what? You can play together. That's freaking sweet. I love that type of stuff. I love games that bring the family together, and that's what you want this holiday season. I know you do. I know you do. So that's gonna do it for this video, guys. I hope that these instructions helped you guys out. I had a lot of fun finding these deals and showing them to you guys. I think that there's some really sweet deals to be had this holiday season. And if you don't feel like going out, what's awesome is you could just shop right from your home. Wait until Cyber Monday as well. I'm sure you're gonna see the same deals, if not better, online. Just do it up, and just good luck out there. I really hope that some of you guys get that PlayStation or that Xbox that you've been hunting for, or that Nintendo Switch OLED. Hit the subscribe button, hit the thumbs up if you liked it, if this video helped you. If it didn't help you, give it a fat thumbs down. I don't care, I like the feedback, it's good for us. And I'll see you in the next one, and Godspeed out there. Man, I just folded these. Guess that's the price you pay. But seriously, don't get us underwears.